we will be performing prone knee flexion passive range holds. So to set this position up, you're gonna be laying in your prone position, which is laying flat on your stomach here. But before we set that up, I kinda wanna just talk about the importance of setting it up correctly. So when we're in that position, it's gonna be very easy for you to hyperextend the low back. It's called just lumbar extension. That really is gonna feel like you're doing the motion in the right position, but it's gonna really kind of take away from the ability to move, because now instead of getting more knee flexion, we're actually just increasing that ability because now we're extending through the spine. So when you set this position up, regardless of which side that you're on, you're gonna take the same side hand, grabbing the leg. You can grab from the shin, ankle, foot, and you're gonna take the opposite hand and you'll just have it flat on the floor, kind of give your forehead something to rest on. But to set this position up, you really wanna think, tuck the tailbone, try to think, lift your rib cage, lift your belly button off the floor to give us a little bit of active lumbar flexion, just slightly, just to keep us out of the hyperextended position. From there, you will set the tension, you will try to actively pull your heel to your butt, and then you will slowly remove the hand, making sure that you're trying to keep your knee flexion in your active range of motion as close to the passive range of motion as possible. You will not be in the exact same motion. We're always gonna have more passive range of motion than active range of motion, but it's always about trying to be as close together as possible. We're always trying to kind of close that active and passive range of motion gap. Because this may be a novel position for you, your hamstring may cramp. The hamstrings are not used to being kind of contracted at such a short range of motion, but that's okay. If you do, you just relax, come out of it, breathe, and then kind of set the position. So just to get into this here, you will be in your prone position. So you're gonna be on the stomach. I'll have my right hand down, I'll be doing my left hand, I'll be doing my left leg, right? So forehead on the right hand. From there, so this would be the extended position, right? So I just wanna make sure that I tuck that tailbone and then I just come out of that extended position as much as I possibly can. Everybody's gonna be a little different in that regard. So the more that you can just work actively, tuck the tailbone, flex, then try to lift that belly button off the floor. If it doesn't come off, that's okay. It's just the intention to get here instead of there, okay? So I'm grabbing my foot, tuck the tailbone, then squeeze those glutes, pull into your passive range of motion as much as you possibly can. I will then contract that hamstring, try to pull my heel to my butt, and then I will just remove and hold, designated period of time, and then you can just come up, reset, but every time, think tuck, brace that core, drive the bottom arm into the floor, tuck that tailbone, squeeze, pull that hamstring, pull the heel to the butt, slowly remove the hand, and then set's over, just relax. So the sets and the reps that you're gonna do, along with the amount of time that you're gonna hold each rep, will be dependent on your needs, your goals, your abilities, your program, and how far along your program you are. So those are the passive range holds for knee flexion from a prone position.